In about 7 minutes, about 10 minutes to the hour, we will go into pretty much like a no-fly zone. It'll be kind of where we get things synced up here with the bike. I'm a little bit ahead of that right now. My son Andy is here, and he will climb the ladder and start that button. What will happen precisely at 9 p.m., if you're not used to it by now, 2100, we use military time. Guinness World Records uses military time, and we have to get used to that here. So you'll hear a lot of that military time being thrown around. So at precisely 9 p.m., there'll be 3 clocks started simultaneously. One obviously is the event clock, which Andy will start. And on a side note, let me just digress for a moment and introduce my son Brandon is in the house as well. My middle son Brandon. Where's Brandon? There he is over there. So thanks Brandon for coming by. These kids have been through this before, and they take it as a matter of course. But the fact that they're here tonight and with me means an awful lot. And I know they'll be thinking of me throughout the next 2 weeks. So that being said, the 3 clocks will be started simultaneously at 9 p.m. The main clock, there is 1 clock at the judges' table. It's under glass. It has a sign on it that says "Do not touch." That'll be started. And I've learned a lot about timing devices because there are not a lot of Ironman watches out there. You know, they'll either wear one. They go to 99 hours, and that's about it. They stop. They don't reset themselves. So it's then Bob Scott, who's part of the crew, informed me that, well, not many people go 99 hours, you know, on a marathon or whatever. So that being said, we'll reset those every 99 hours. So the clocks will all pretty much be in sync, and there'll be 1 more clock that'll be started. We'll minimize it on the computer. You already got it up already? Okay, good to go. So there's 3 clocks that'll be running. We have a backup power supply in the event of power failure. So everything should be in sync. Everything's looking very good. I spent most of the day today in quiet, off my legs, off my feet, and to come here this evening, I apologize. I wasn't putting anybody off by putting in the earplugs, but the silence I had at the house today paled in comparison to the noise and distractions that I got when I got here. And I'm surrounded by a bunch of doers, and I'm a doer, but I've had to rise above that, okay, for purposes of this ride, and focus on just riding. And trust me when I tell you, that's exactly what I've been doing for at least the last 2 to 3 weeks anyway. Special thanks to the crew that's here. Marcia, Kathy's been through this before, countless others here. I look out and see so many friends and supporters from the club and elsewhere. We're doing the right thing here. This is going to be one hell of an event. We're going to make history, and this story will probably go around the world if it's any indication of what's happened in the past. Matt Barron's here to tell the story to the media. We have a huge following out there, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Thanking Brian Basilica launched a whole new initiative with me, this whole social networking initiative. Took this thing around the world. I've got guys and gals emailing me and texting me on Facebook from all over the place. I am in touch with Mersad and Frank overseas. This is truly an international event. The current record holder, Mersad Shervani, is in Switzerland, and he's tracking us right now and watching us on the webcam. Frank is in Germany. Frank just set an unofficial, at least as I know now, an uncertified record of 200 hours about 3 or 4 weeks ago. But the mark is still 192, and we will proceed in that direction, with the ultimate goal being 300 hours, and we'll see. I was talking with Ben earlier, and Ben is here from Chump Change Productions. For those of you that don't know, there's a movie being produced. It's been in the works for a couple years now, but Ben has covered a lot of what I've done, and his movie Breaking and Entering will be airing here probably in the very near future once it gets distributed, so we'll keep you all apprised. But he was here tonight filming me for the extras portion of the DVD that'll be with that particular movie. Gosh, I will probably invariably forget to mention somebody. I know that the event will be recorded. It is being recorded here locally on a terabyte hard drive via the laptop here. It is also being stored on a server at Ustream, so that satisfies the Guinness requirement for that. Guinness representative Amanda will be in the house next weekend, next Friday, a week, yeah, whenever that is. She will be here to conduct her inquiries and inspection and ultimately, hopefully, certify the breaking of the existing record and the setting of the new one, wherever that might be. I did want to remind everybody that Calvary Church, just down the street here, really cool place. I'm a man of faith, and this ride is vested in my faith. It is indeed a faith journey in so many different ways, and it's a journey that I've shared with Chris Arns, my mental conditioning coach here the last couple days. We're looking for answers. We're looking for the completion of that circle, and we're going to find it. But in any event, Calvary Church is supporting us with the tradition that I've always had during these rides, and that is every night at 2100 at 9 p.m. there will be a short prayer vesper service right here at the bike. It's a time when Pastor Steve or any of his associates at the church will come here, and they've committed to this, to come here and share a word of scripture with me, a moment of prayer, and for me that's powerful stuff. I mean, when all you're doing is riding, and sometimes I draw a lot of energy from that word, and it's been very inspiring to me. So we're keeping that tradition up, and Pastor Steve, thanks so much for taking time out of your schedule this evening to be here and support this. It means a lot. He stumbled into the last ride I did. It took him, he was inspired then, and I'm sure he'll be even more so now. So Raphael, I touched base with him earlier in the week. So thanks, guys, for your support. You know what we're looking for. So, and I'll count on you being back Monday at 9 p.m. The other coming events, we'll post them daily. A lot going on. And I have to tell you that the River will be here tomorrow afternoon at 4, broadcasting live from the venue from 4 to 6 p.m. And at that point, the first hard break we anticipate happening at 20 hours. I've done 24 hours straight. I'd really throw the River a loop if I ended up going beyond 20. But in any event, it's my ride. But so I'll break when I want to break. But so we're telegraphing 20 hours at this juncture. So let's see how I feel as we get into tomorrow. The goal now is simply to chop up the clock, march our way to midnight tonight, get over the hump at midnight, get into Monday morning, and get through the day on Monday. I'm used to getting up at 3 a.m. to train clients at Export. So getting up when it hits 3 a.m., that's morning time for me. So it's time to rise and shine. Many folks will come by and be here to ride with me. I have several PACE folks that'll be by. But we'll proceed and look forward to each and every day. So it's great to have so many folks here. And it humbles me to know that the support and the love that surrounds this bike as we go forward now, not really. Because it's not going anywhere, contrary to what many of you might think. It's going to stay right here. But before I close and pause for a few more minutes now before we start turning the wheel, I just noticed that my old trainer, coach from the last 3 rides, made it in this evening. Preston Bocus is here. And Preston's been through this with me countless times before. And I'm very happy that he's here. It means a lot, and I'll give him a hug here in just a minute. But that being said, folks, please hang here for the opening when we start turning the wheel at 9. And stay tuned. We'll be blogging live. Watch the stream and spread the word to your friends. And remember just who we're riding for. And if it so moves you, donate generously. Let's not forget why we're here. Okay? Tomorrow night.